Welcome to Exclusive Let's. Let us learn with Let's.
Hi guys, this is Gayatri. In today's session, we are going to look at the poem Leave This Chanting and Singing and Telling of Beats by Rabindranath Tagore. Now, let us look into the title explanation. Here, the title Leave This Chanting and Singing and Telling of Beats tells the monks or the ascetics to leave their chanting of mantras and singing of rhymes and counting of beads because he says that it is of no use. He is asking the monks or the ascetics to come to the common people and to live with them, to live with the dust and to mingle with the people. He says that only with the hard-working people the God lives, not in the secluded corners of the temple. Here the poet strongly believes that love towards mankind is the best way to reach God. Poet introduction. Rabindranath Tagore was a Bengali poet, writer, music composer, painter from the Indian subcontinent. He lived between 7th May 1861 to 7th August 1941. Santiniketan was a model education institution founded by him where all the fine art faculties enjoyed privileges. He is known for his collection of songs Geetanjali. He holds the distinction of being the first Indian Asian to get the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913. His multitude of poems and songs written in Bengali language brought renaissance to Bengal. Poem introduction. This is the 11th song of Geetanjali. It is a poem which exposes the pseudo-zeal of worshippers. Here, the poet speaks about the narrow-minded people who are unaware of the omniscience of God. In this poem, he tried to find inner calm and explore the themes of divine and human love. In this poem, the poet glorifies the life of humble laborers and rejects the ascetic way of life. He says that come to ground. He asks the monks and the ascetics to come to ground and work with the chillers and work with the path makers. They are working hard and only with them, only with their dust the God lives. He says in this way. Now let us move into the line by line explanation of this poem. Leave this chanting and singing and telling of beads. Whom dost thou worship in this lonely dark corner of the temple, with doors all shut? Here he asks the ascetics or the monks to give up chanting of mantras, singing rhymes, and counting of beads. And he questions the religious people that to whom they are worshipping in the secluded corners of the temple, closing all the doors. And he says that they are not only closing the doors but also their spiritual heart, because they don't understand the true face of God. Open thine eyes and see, thy God is not before thee. He is there where the tiller is tilling the hard ground, and where the pathmaker is breaking stones. He is with them in sun and in shower, and his garment is covered with dust. Put off thy holy mantle, and even like him, come down on the dusty soil. Here he asks the religious people to open their eyes and see that God is not before thee. He says that God is there with the hard-working people, God is there with the tiller who tills the ground and the pathmaker who breaks the hearthstone. The poet says that God is there with people who works hard under the hot sun and in the cold rain. And he says that God is there with the people whose cloth is covered with dust. That means he is only with the hard workers. He has the monks to throw away their holy mantles, and like the pathmakers and the tillers, he asks them to come to ground and work under dusty soil. Deliverance. Where is this deliverance to be found? Our Master himself has joyfully taken upon him the bonds of creation. He is born with us all forever. What is deliverance? Deliverance means liberating oneself from the earthly commitments and liberation of the souls from sufferings and pain. The poet asks the people, if you are in search of deliverance, where will you find it and how will you find it? Because we all want to reach God and therefore we seek for deliverance. But God himself has so many commitments. He himself has taken upon the bonds of creation. You all want to forego the bonds with the earthly affairs, but he has connection with every one of us. God is there in every little and vast objects in this world. He is omniscient. Come out of thy meditations and leave aside thy flaws and incense. What harm is there if thy clothes become tattered and stained? Meet him and stand by him in toil and in sweat of thy brow. In these lines, the poet asks the ascetics to come out of their meditations, which they do for their hours together. Showering flowers and lighting the incense stick is a very common ritual practice in Hinduism. The poet is also asking them to stop these rituals, and he questions the ascetics that what is going to happen if, because of working hard, their clothes become tattered or stained. In the final line, he concludes the poem by asking them to join those laborers, join those people who and live with them and stand by them and to support them in their hardships. He asks them to work with those laborers till their forehead or their brows get sweat. And here the sweat is the sign of working hard for a long time.
I hope you guys understood this video. Thank you for watching. Please like us, share us and subscribe us, and don't forget to press the bell button.